Hachette Audio presents One and Only, Bridesmaids Behaving Badly. Written by Jenny Holiday. Read by Angèle Masters. For Erica, my first romance friend, and the first person who ever heard me say, I think I'm going to try to write a romance novel. Chapter 1. Tuesday, 11 days before the wedding. Jane, I thought you were never going to get here. I came as quickly as I could, Jane said, trying to keep the annoyance out of her tone as she allowed herself to be herded into her friend Elise's house. She exchanged resigned smiles with her fellow bridesmaids, the ones who had obviously taken Elise's emergency bridesmaids meeting at my house now text more seriously than Jane had. Gia and Wendy were sprawled on Elise's couch, braiding some kind of dried grass type thing. Wendy, Jane's best friend, blew her a kiss. Jane tried to perform her traditional catching of Wendy's kiss. It was their thing, dating back to childhood. But Elise thrust a mug of tea into Jane's hand before it could close over the imaginary kiss. Earlier that summer, Elise had embraced and then discarded a plan to start her wedding reception with some kind of complicated cocktail involving tea. And as a result, Jane feared she and the girls were doomed to a lifetime of Earl Grey. Their beloved bridezilla had thought nothing of special ordering 27 unreturnable boxes of premium English tea leaves. She also apparently thought nothing of forcing her friends to endure the rejected reception beverage again and again and again. Jane's here, so now you can tell us about the big emergency, Gia said. And whatever it is, I'm sure she'll figure out a solution. She smiled at Jane. You're so smart. Jane had a feeling that smart wasn't the word Gia initially meant to use. The girls, well, Gia and Elise anyway, were always telling Jane to loosen up. But they also relied on her to solve their problems. They liked having it both ways. She was the den mother, but they were forever teasing her about being too rigid. Which was kind of rich lately coming from Elise, who had turned into a matrimonial drill sergeant. Jane put up with it because she loved them. Besides, somebody had to be the responsible one. Well, Jane teased, this had better be a capital E emergency because I was in the middle of having my costume for Toronto Comic-Con fitted when you texted.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?